pretty lighting. This is behind the scenes of While You Love Me. How's it going, Eloise?
I think it's going really well, Georgia.
Yeah. Everyone's in a good mood. We've already done a lot of shots, and it's only 9 a.m.
It's only 9 a.m.
So yay! I got the idea for my film in May or June of 2025. I reached out to my sister Maya, asked if she would do a professional recording of the song that it was based on. I reached out to Katie, my acting friend, to see if she wanted to do it. She had a sister who just so happened to be a director. I planned a vacation from work. You don't have to go somewhere to vacation. You can use your vacation however you want. So I planned a vacation to rehearse, film, recoup, do all that jazz. I didn't think I would need the whole week off, but I'm glad I took it because I did need the whole week off. And one thing that I love about myself is that I document everything. So I'm gonna let me of August 2025 tell you how it went. Hey, this is my post-filming update. We really actually did it. I feel like I got hit by a bus. I'm so physically and mentally tired. I think this is literally the coolest thing that I've ever done, that I've ever made, and will be replacing my poetry book as my magnum opus for the time being. So I was really scared that this, I don't know, there are literally so many things that could go wrong or just not live up to expectations. And so I was kind of preparing for that reality mentally. But I'm really proud of myself because I was very intentional about what I was gonna let be stressful to me. Stayed very realistic about what I could control, but was very thoughtful within those parameters. Recap, on Sunday is when I started rehearsing with Katie, my co-star. We've been together literally all day, every day for the past 4 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, her sister, the director, came into town. She lives in New York, and so did our camera crew. They were staying at my house. So that was another stressor. I was I have to host these people who I don't know. Everyone's gonna be working towards this vision, and we're all this is our first time working together, most of us. Katie and I have done small stuff together, but not serious. Everyone was low-key stressed about, is this location gonna work? Is our time frame gonna work? Are we gonna be rushing? What's gonna be stressful? I think everyone was anticipating a lot of stress, myself included. But as soon as we hit the first scene yesterday, cameras rolling, it was the art gods kissed the sky that was above us, and everything was literally so beautiful and so perfect and so unreal magical. Vibes were amazing. Everyone was getting along so well. Everyone was taking direction so well. Everyone was doing their role so well, director, photography, whatever. Got up at 5 a.m. We got to the location at 7. We're prepping for a full day of shooting. After the first hour, we all looked around wait, this is actually gonna be really good. And the stress level collectively dropped. We're okay, we can play a bit more now. We have the time, we have the space. It's gonna be great. Halfway through the day, taking a long break because we need the sun to set. Got through most of our takes really fast, a lot faster than what we planned for. So people are running some errands. We're rehearsing some of our later scenes, some of our more challenging, emotionally challenging scenes. Nobody was at the beach, which was one of our main concerns also. Didn't get bothered by any park rangers telling us you can't film here or, stuff like that. And it just felt this is what making art is supposed to feel like. We're telling a story that's interesting, that's provocative, that is also really beautiful to look at and listen to, and it's fun. And I just feel really lucky to have the resources to be able to do that. I'm still planning to quit my job, mind you, but I have a new appreciation for the way I'm able to navigate between spaces, professional and creative spaces. And that's largely a personality thing too, so pat on my own back. And also, last thing I'll say, this is my first time doing anything like this. The film people have all done this before. A couple of them majored in film at NYU. My director has directed. This was my first real thing, and I was acting as actor and co-director and producer, which is a lot of roles, mind you. I don't necessarily want to do all that again. But everyone else, because they have been in this space before, had such appreciation for the various hats that I was wearing. And I think the fact that I was able to move around without stress and anxiety just made the whole operation be okay, we don't have to be stressed about this because our producer, actor, director is not stressed about this. She's having fun and she's flexible and she also wants this to be really good. So that's the energy that we're all going to be on too. They also told me that I was the best host that they've had, which I love that compliment. I love being told I'm a good host. And that usually when they have to stay with people for shoots, like it's a really crappy situation. But they like compliment me so many times because that's the other thing that I'm grateful for as far as like that not being my main industry. I'm like, I'm not gonna treat you any differently than I would my other guests. In the legal world, yeah, we do wine and dine. I am gonna make sure that you have the most comfortable arrangement. I am going to check on you before I go to sleep. I am going to make sure you know where the keys are. You know, just all this stuff. So I'm just really grateful for how my various like perspectives and experiences allow me to navigate these different spaces. And I think it'll be really good for me networking wise, connections wise, as I'm like meeting new people and whatever. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. We're moving into post-production now. I think that'll take like maybe a month. I don't know. But I'm really excited to know everyone and see where this can land. Okay, bye. Yay, look at our dresses. Yay. The film world requires so much patience. I'm used to just doing stuff and immediately sending it out and call it a day, especially in my like legal career. Like you have 10 seconds to get it done and then it's in front of the judge. We had one day of filming in August. We didn't finish post-production until December. Finding an editor, working with an editor, me and Maya went back and forth on orchestrating the music for the song because we had the vocals but we didn't have the instrumentation, so that took time. And then once we finished in December, I immediately started submitting to film festivals, which is another waiting game of its own. Usually you have to wait months before you hear back from a festival, and then even after you hear back you have months before the actual festival is. I was really lucky / encouraged because I submitted to one festival the day before it was due, and so we heard back like a week later that we actually got accepted into that one, which felt amazing. That one was not a screening festival for us, but we still got a laurel, got to put it on our poster. And then we heard back from our first 2 actual screening festivals a couple months later, and both of them are this month in June of 2026. And so we are officially now premiering almost a year after shooting in Long Island, New York, and then later this month in Fredericksburg, Virginia. Even though this like felt really long to me, it's actually a pretty fast idea to execution as far as how things typically go in the film world.
Don't you want to go to the beach? I mean, I wish I brought a bathing suit.
I'm Katie. I know Zoe through acting class.
Go to boutique. We can go to church. I'm ready for church.
I'm Sarah, Katie's sister, and in the past year I've got to meet Zoe and collaborate with her, and it's been wonderful.
I would just lay there. I brought my journal.
There too.
There's also a bookstore in case anyone needs a book.
Bookstore opens at 11.
We definitely need coffee.
Let's get food, bookstore, journal on the beach.
That sounds
then head
perfect.
back to the bookstore.
Oh my
zoëlolatv.
Last spring, we did both of our first acting class together, and we definitely bonded because I had a really good partner and project, and she had a more challenging one, but she's still really good. Yeah.
What was it like seeing yourself on the screen?
For
a minute and a half, it was really
I would like stop laughing. Like, it was really freaky because we weren't expecting it to show up immediately, so like I was like freaking out. I think Sarah and Zoe were a little more calm, but it was definitely.
You almost pissed her off.
I like really had, yeah.
It was like crazy.
You're like squealing.
No, because I didn't think we were next, so I wasn't ready. Have you been to a festival for one of your films before?
I actually have not. This is my first shows. Festival. I've done a lot of work with film festivals, like I volunteered, but now I get the joy of being on the red carpet.
How has it been for you so far?
It's hard being in the limelight so much, you know, but I think I'm getting into it. Yeah.
What was it like seeing your work on screen, answering questions in front of a live audience?
It's so special. No, it was actually really cool seeing our work on the big screen and like hearing the sounds. All the musical things you did, I heard so much better within like the theater soundscape, and I was like, wow, that's actually so well done. And the coloring was great, and it was like, wow, this is stunning. I love it. That's the dream, is just seeing it on a big screen. But it was good. It was good.
No, thank you. I had to like prepare my nervous system for that.
Yeah, that was like a lot.
But it was honestly better that way because I couldn't get nervous. Like I'd reserved my nervousness for later.
Right, I was like, I have 10 minutes to get nervous.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
Which would have been painful and grueling.
Exactly.
So we had a fun, exciting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really good.
Ready for dessert? I mean, lunch.
What has your acting career been like in the past year?
Career is a good word to use for it. Well, I did Zoe's thing with Zoe, which was dope because we got into 2 festivals, which was like pretty cool. That's hard to do. I did student films because I just went to UMD, so I did like short films through that.
I don't know, I also just don't think like art is necessarily something, like it's a privilege to go to school for art, and I don't even think it necessarily creates better art or artists. You can't teach art, like technical. I mean, going to school to be a photographer makes sense.
You are kind of a seasoned director, in my opinion. How has your directing career started? How's it going? Because you didn't go to school for directing.
Yeah, I went to school for English. It's been a nice but slow upward arc in the world of directing. I've been getting into music videos, and While You Love Me was my first like entrance into that, but like a little more narrative, so I could merge my narrative short film experience to enter into the music video world. And yeah, I have some more exciting directing stuff coming up. I'm kind of getting into theater because I love writing. And I still think about grad school. I just want to be like older and like have more of a personality before I do that.
Yeah.
You went to school for...
Undergrad was like completely unrelated. It was medicine, health, and society, like a public health type thing.
Huh? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you decided against it.
Well, I never really. I was
never
like,
wanted it as a career.
That building is so cool.
I was just like, what is a public health job? I don't really know what that is.
And then you went to...
And then I went to real life law school.
Oh yeah.
You went like right after. Right?
I did. Yeah.
Where?
Stanford.
Stanford. What was the first one?
Vanderbilt.
Okay.
What made you want to start making shorts?
I really wish they could be longer, you know? I don't think I want to make shorts, but I don't have any money. So one day, those shorts could be a bunch of shorts stuck together and be full-length film.
What made you want to start cinematography, filmmaking in general?
I saw Call Me By Your Name by Luca
So
Guadagnino
real.
when I was 16 years old in my small town movie theater, and I was like just sobbing, and like I want people to feel the way I feel right now. How difficult was it to get to Stanford Law? That must have been crazy.
It's difficult, but I feel like I don't want to say luck of the draw, but a lot of it is luck of the draw. Like at a certain point, beyond a certain degree of like minimum qualification, everyone is qualified, and then it's just like, okay, well, how do we pick?
In a couple weeks, we're going to the Fredericksburg Film Festival, which is closer to home. So honestly, this was so fun and funny because like it was just like really random and weird and awkward. And so I feel like, I mean, that was my experience of it. So I feel like for the Fredericksburg Film Festival, it'll be like, we'll just have fun and it'll be silly and goofy. Otherwise, for acting stuff, I'm gonna keep auditioning and applying to stuff, but I don't want to do it as a career like now because I don't have those prospects yet, but it's just fun to keep doing on the side.
Are you in class? I don't like living in the suburbs.
Is it lonely?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, wait, would you live in New York?
Yeah, I would.
Where did? Oh, you would.
Like,
you haven't.
Strongly?
Yeah, like it's in my top 2. Where am I going after I leave Nashville?
What's the other one?
I've always had a special affinity for that place.
That's London for me. I'm like, yeah.
I love London. I would also live there.
It's quite hard.
When I'm home for the holidays, other people are also home for the holidays. But when I'm just there, it's like nobody's just there.
You must have more time for like all your art and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of art and a lot of just resting, to be honest.
What is that book?
This is they're both journals. I'm using this to plan my next film.
Ooh, tell us about it. You're busy.
Yeah, so it was a novel. I've written like 100 pages of it, and then I was like,
into more.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Is it feature length or is it short?
Wait, so you're acting too?
I'm acting in a play, which I more got involved in like by accident because I wrote a play that's being produced.
Oh, fun.
Which I'm most excited about because like obviously writing and storytelling for me is like, I don't know, I like writing and directing, and acting is usually, I outsource that. But like any way to just get more involved in the community, and also it's so fun being in a play. Like being rehearsing with people, and I get paid. Thought of like getting paid for this is like so fun to me. And it's like showing July 1st to 7th.
That's so exciting. I want to do a play.
Yeah, you should. That's the thing about New York is I feel like opportunities literally just like land on your front door.
You should read Lena Dunham's memoir.
I just did.
You did?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it. I love girls. So I was like, girl, you're telling us every crush you've ever had. But like, so would I.
Yeah, so did I really enjoyed talking about my work in front of strangers. People who had just seen my work for the first time, had no obligation to engage with it because they weren't my friend, weren't my family member. They didn't have to say, oh, what a good job, Zoe. Like, they have no history with me. And so what they were seeing and what they were reacting to was just the art. When you can express something, especially in something as abstract as like poetry, music, silent films, like stuff like that, when you can express something and then people can take away, people can understand the message, the meaning, or come away with their own coherent meaning, that feels so gratifying. I'm a poet at heart and by practice, by trade, my original writing form, so I get it, I'm used to that, but I've actually never really seen people react to my poetry in real time. It's something that, you know, I publish, they read themselves, I have no idea what they're taking away from it. But with this, you watched my film and then immediately there was Q&A and I got to hear people's interpretations, and that was one of the best feelings that I've ever had as an artist.
On that note, do you ever feel like it's awkward filming in public? Pulling up the camera?
Yeah, I feel awkward sometimes, but I remember I literally don't matter and no one else matters either.
I like seeing you do it.
Here's what a lot of people get wrong.
Yeah.
They think you have to think so highly of yourself to be in public, to film yourself in public, to do things in public.
You have to lose your ego, in my experience, to be comfortable existing in public. The confidence comes from realizing that you are so insignificant that people's perceptions of you actually could not matter less. Even being misperceived, even being misunderstood is harmless in the grand scheme of things.
I think when people are thinking too much about themselves, thinking too highly of themselves, thinking that they're too good for everything, right, blah, 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 that's when it's really uncomfortable.
And that's not something that I was able to accept until I detached from my self-obsession, quite frankly, from my ego, from only experiencing the world through my own lens. We're all gonna be dead in 100 years. Why am I scared about pulling out a camera?
That's a good point.
But that's something that I have to like tell myself.
No, it's hard. I was on the Tribune last day and it was like 2 a.m. There was like 1% all the way out and I was like, set up my camera and I felt so late. Like I just couldn't. I did it and I filmed some stuff, but I felt that.
Obviously, it still can feel obnoxious, but I just remind myself that that's a construction that I'm projecting onto myself, that I'm projecting onto other people, that doesn't actually have to be real or mean anything.
I felt self-centered. It was like, walk me out of it.
What I just said, but also what I've noticed is that when I just do things without hesitation, nobody questions it. Like, it's when I'm like being shy and being like, awkwardly try to get this angle. That's when people are like, oh, look at this girl. But if I'm just like, oh yes, I'm filming right now. Well, then it's like, oh, she has a job. She's doing it.
Right.
As opposed to, wow, look at her being all weird about getting this content.
People respect confidence on an energetic level, on a subconscious level. If I had my way, all of my friends would write newsletters, all of my friends would vlog, all of my friends would send me personal essays. I am constantly putting myself out there.
I feel like people also feel like they know me better than I know them.
I feel like you learn a lot about yourself based on how you react to other people's thoughts, opinions, interpretations. And that's so valuable to me, in addition to learning about your friends.
You don't learn about the world by talking about it. You learn about the world by seeing it for the first time and touching it for the first time and not knowing anything about it beforehand and just do it.
Yeah, there's never a good time for anything, is what I decided a while ago. So
When did you decide?
I think when I was in law school, my first year of law school.
That'll make you really think
No,
about
yeah, because I was like, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing?
your first year of law school.
And how long is it going to take me to do what I'm doing?
Oh, God.
And I'm supposed to wait until after all of that to do what I want? That's not happening.
I remember when you told me you're a lawyer and I kind of knew you a little bit. I was like, she must have really struggled in law school because, like, there's no way she could survive, like, sane years in that place. Wait, the way that she likes to think about things.
I love when people are surprised that I'm a lawyer.
You used to say that you didn't want people to know that you were a lawyer.
Yes, I did.
Anytime I take a class or something, I wait until the last day to let people know that I'm a lawyer, if it comes up.
It's the least interesting thing about you.
It is literally the least interesting thing about me. People rightfully have many associations with what type of person is the lawyer. I would like to prove myself to you first, and not just being lawyers, but with a lot of careers. It's like people want that to speak for them. I don't want my career to speak for me.
You had friends there, right? Like I remember seeing those couple girls in law school. No, at your job in SE.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel like synergy with them? Like, I just remember meeting them and I was like, most people in that setting and having being in like super high level academic school, like they would be very different than you. I guess I'm curious, like, did you actually feel close?
Yeah, they're still some of my closest friends. Like, I talk to them pretty much every day still.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we were in the trenches, but they are also very creative too. Anna's very creative.
Is she the half Asian one?
Yes,
Okay.
and Jordan really likes pop culture stuff. We bond over that
culture?
kind of stuff. Jordan also told me, like, 3 weeks into knowing her, she was like, "You don't seem like you went to Stanford." Thank you very much.
I've loved being a TV star, but I'm also very grateful to have reached the end of season 1 of zoëlolatv. I'm getting very busy. My plan was always to focus on my writing this summer, which originally just meant my novel, finishing that up hopefully, but now I have this screenplay idea, so I have to do that too. And I also signed up for an acting class. I just can't stay away. I love acting.
I was a great student. Sometimes people go to class like for something obscure or abstract or creative, and I feel like they are diligent, good students, and they like lose their craft because they're tightly wound. Zoe was a really unique and inspiring example of someone who was on it, doing their homework, doing the work, learning new things, but also like world, like arms wide open and ready to learn. If I was in class, I would be just like that too. But unfortunately, I'm not in class because of unforeseen circumstances.
It definitely makes you self-aware, but I like that. Like, I really do.
What if you artsy? Like, what if
I continue making work into a void?
Yeah. Like, what would that be gratifying to you? I'm not trying to like scare fear into like you to be weird. I'm just curious, like what would the value remain?
I mean, I like the work itself.
Right.
And I feel like that's why I don't mind going to acting class and like being like, I don't know if I'm gonna be an actor, because I like acting and I like experiencing myself that way, experiencing other people in that way. And the same goes for writing. I was writing for years before I started sharing anything. I would continue writing if I never published anything again. Like, the work itself is enjoyable, highly separate from who sees or doesn't see it. Yeah. Or what I do or don't accomplish. I would not do like social media or like short form content. That stuff I don't care about. I do that because I feel like I have to for the work that actually matters to me. But I wouldn't be doing it if someone told me today, hey, by the way, like, this isn't going to amount to anything. I'd be like, oh, hey, great. Let me just slot one head.
The desire to be seen. I feel that every single day. It is powerful. It is a motivating desire.
And I feel like as a society, we're so like, you're not allowed to say that. And I'm like, I'm resisting the shame associated with wanting attention. Like, you're allowed to want attention. You're allowed to go after deserving attention. You're allowed to want to create something that affects people.
My dance classes are also starting this week, so I have a lot to do, which I think will be good both for socialization purposes, but also I'm trying to perfect some crafts here, and all my crafts do feed the other crafts. If the network renews us for season 2, then you'll see how it all plays out. Will I still be living with my mommy? Your guess is as good as mine. Subscribe to find out.
Bye, zoëlolatv. Hope to see you again soon.
Peace and love. Come to Sayville.